Oh, what you said? What you trying to do, Mr.937?
That was hot right there, that beat.
Ooh.
Tell them to just give us a sample.
Sample.
Can I get a sample?
Can you get a sample?
More than a sample.
Oh, shoot. But before you give her that sample, that's right. You're not tuned to the one and only. I am the one and only DJ Swig. Along my man,
Mr.937. Y'all know what it is. www.A9radio937.com. The movement. Make sure y'all get with this thing or get lost, dog.
And we have the one and only, my girl, Shanetta. What's up with you, Shanetta?
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm good. Hanging in there.
Once again, man, shout out to my girl Ebony. But listen, we're gonna get into it, man. We got a heavy topic, man. We got a heavy topic that once y'all go into the inbox, and all y'all gotta do is give us what y'all think we should talk about, and we talk about it. We bring that buttery hotness. We are the voice of Springfield, and that's what we do. And we had a lot come through, said, what did y'all think about abortions? I said, ooh. That's a heavy one.
It's a heavy one.
How do we feel about
It's not that heavy after you do it, though.
abortion? What?
It's not that heavy after you do it.
This joker.
Hold on.
I'm telling you, his
what did you just say?
I said you're not really that heavy after you do it. You actually lose weight.
You are a jerk. I want to let you know that.
I try to make uncomfortable topics, just more uncomfortable
You
topics.
got us shut down last week. Now here you go.
Here's my question.
Okay.
Mr. 937, how do you feel about abortion?
Not only am I for it, I am in no way against it.
Wow.
Yeah, I am in no way against it. In fact, I'm more against these people making laws that you can't do it. Yeah, I'm for it 100%. I don't let me act like I ain't for it. I'm for abortion. Point blank period.
Hey, this joker's so much for abortion.
I'm for it.
He speaks on it like he had one himself.
I haven't had one myself, but I've, unfortunately paid for something, so and been there.
So hold on. So you mean to tell me
In my earlier days, yeah.
Hold on. So you mean to tell me you can't control yourself? You let loose.
I let loose, yeah.
And you can't take the responsibility that come with it. Don't you know when you
both let loose?
Don't you know when you lay with somebody and you have unprotected sex, whatever you do, that becomes with the territory. So you did not take responsibility for something that you created?
Well, yes and no.
How is that?
Because my morals as a man, I think it's more crime to have children you don't plan on raising. Once again, we ain't no dummies. I think men and women have a mindset of who they are as men and women. And I think a lot of men have an idea if they even plan on being there like that. So if you can already make a prejudged decision in your mind, like, no, I don't fool with her, so I'm probably not going to fool with the little one like that.
So why you didn't strap up?
To me, that's more of a crime.
Say it again, Shanetta. So why did you not strap up?
Strap up.
Once again, I've gotten a woman pregnant strapped up. So being that I knew that was possible, I might as well go and feel the whole thing.
So when you were strapped up and you went up that road anyway, because she got pregnant anyway.
Yeah.
Did you go up the road with her?
I went up the road with her. We went up to the mountaintop, got some water, came back down. And unfortunately, we came down with a whole jug of water. And and every time I've had a discussion with them. Because what I do is I've always given them the option. I say, ultimately it's your decision. You do whatever you want to do. Right. I already knew that I'm not the one to run out. I just knew that in my earlier days, I might have been not that good of a dad because I was still kind of going through my demons in my earlier days. So I feel like I would have figured it out. I probably would have been a shitty dad, just straight up. Probably would have been a shitty dad at the start. I gave them the decision. And I think they knew that. And I think they were like, you know what, I'm not about to raise no child by myself. Which I was just like, okay.
So we know why he didn't strap up. Why you didn't pull tight?
Why didn't I pull tight? Like pull out?
Yes.
I don't believe in the pull-out gun.
So hold on, man. Hold on. Because because I disagree with it. I disagree with it. And the reason why I disagree with abortion is because where it came from the get-go. The whole thing came from, it's called the Negro Project. Look it up. The Negro Project was from this lady named Morgan Slager, who was the head of the KKK. And their whole thing was to do black population control. And that's what they started doing it through. Before Planned Parenthood was called the Negro Project, but then they moved to Planned Parenthood. They changed it to Planned Parenthood.
Right.
That's where the base of it came from. So that's when I started disagreeing with it. Like, they did the title with the NAACP, and they started using black churches to push abortions through the black community. So I disagree with it. Now, I feel once you have relationship with somebody else, that's a responsibility. That will come with the game.
Well, if that's the case, they contradicted themselves along the line somewhere, because even the abortion clinics that we had in Ohio were in white neighborhoods. They weren't in black neighborhoods. The closest one we had was the one in Kettering. And once again, don't let me be the one to put out information that a lot of people know watching. But if you go off to the Green exit, we used to have one right down the street from the Green. If you in that area, and if you've been in that area, that is a predominantly white area. In fact, once again, I'm a person of my past. I've been there times. There's protesters outside. They do make it hard for you to even get that, because there's protesters outside. They talking about you. They yelling at you.
So why if you couldn't handle the situation, Mr. 937, why keep on doing something you cannot handle?
You only find out you can't handle it until you do it.
So once you did the first time, you did it again?
In my mind, there's a difference in when we say handling it. My option was to either be there or not be there or handle it. We had a discussion like two adults. I said, what do you want to do? She said, I'm not really ready, but it is what it is. I said, well, if you're not ready, I'm not ready. Let's make a decision.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You said 3 times?
How many times have I done it?
You said 3.
I mean, I don't really want to say.
So you said 3. I'm just going by the words come out your mouth. You said 3.
It's been more than 3, probably.
Wow!
So you didn't?
Wow!
I mean, to give you a for real fun fact, I can tell you the exact number of how many times.
But if you want to, you can. You don't have to.
I don't have to. How many times have I done it in my lifetime? 10.
Oh, shit.
Okay, to answer me this, how many times did you go up that highway?
How many times did I go up that highway? Off of my behalf because of what I did?
How many times did you go on
my behalf?
On your behalf.
10 on my behalf. 5 that wasn't on my behalf.
So you went every time?
I went with them every time. Paid for it every time. In fact, 2010, I filed it on my taxes.
So when did you get it?
Because it's tax deductible.
So when did you get that? See, but now it's
look. He can't even get the words
because it's tax deductible.
Because it became.
There was 5 times where I took people who didn't have nothing to do with me.
It became normal.
They just wanted to do it.
So it became the norm to you. Like you actually started getting comfortable with it.
No, it didn't become the norm to me at all.
It had to.
What happened was
you got comfortable with killing babies.
This is what happened with me. And once again, in my game, I gave everybody an option, because a lot of the times these were the same women. These were never like random chicks and things like that. Yeah, a lot of times I mess with the same women. These ain't no new people. Okay,
well, hold on. Let me give a round of applause for that.
Oh, here they go.
Let me give a round of applause for that.
Yeah, I don't just mess. I don't want to get like no hoes and no dots pregnant. This was the same women that. And once again, what do we know when you young and dumb? You know what I'm saying? You just kind of living for the day right there. You're not.
So you gave the option, but you said not multiple women, the same women.
Yeah, these were the same women.
So somewhere along the line, somebody wanted this, but they wasn't admitting to it.
No, because even when I said, "Hey, it's your option," you still, once again, it takes 2 to tangle. I didn't
say somebody wasn't admitting.
Yeah,
ain't no woman gonna go through that 5 times.
Well, no, I haven't been with a woman who's gone through that 5 times. But I've
not 3 times.
I know a woman right now in my past that's done it 4.
Damn.
Not all by me though. Maybe twice by me, but you know what I'm saying? Like just
the problem I have, the one thing what's up, Matthew? We talking about abortions, man, and how you feel about them? Now listen, I disagree with when you're laying around and you're doing what you're doing, you should not. I mean, not saying you should not be doing what you're doing, but you know, once you get into a situation with a female, you know what comes with it. You know what I'm saying? You know she might get pregnant. You know she might have, STDs come into play. You know, craziness come. Once you lay with that person, you know what. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready to accept what comes with it.
Not necessarily.
Why don't you?
Because what you're saying that just because you know what comes with it, like how you're implying, so hold on, like you're saying if you didn't have no options.
No, hold on.
If you got a pregnant, that was it.
Hold on.
But if you know there's options,
you're saying,
why do you have to accept? You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. You're telling me you in the bed with a female. Right. You know what comes with it when you in the bed with a female.
Right.
You know what, and you either can cheat, it might get pregnant. You know it's options, it's things that might come and play with this. So you're taking a risk, so you get in the bed with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I came over here,
so
when I walked outside, it was raining. Okay. I had the option to either get wet or open up my umbrella. When you lay down with somebody, you have the option to strap up.
You're right.
Or pay for that heavier price later on down the road, and that you can still.
So the heavier price is a child.
You can have a child. You can not. You can. I mean, you can see that there's a lot of people who just walk on out. Let the woman have the child, raise it, and then just walk on out. And to me, that's more criminal than having a child. If you already know in your brain you ain't ready for a child and you're not raising a child, to me, that's more criminal to let her raise your child, and you just say, "I'm not." You do it, girl.
So y'all both said y'all did research.
Yeah.
And you just said about how the clinics was mainly in white neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know why?
I don't know why they were in white.
Do you know how abortions was done back in the day?
Talk to Chanel. Because you're a female.
I've heard some horror stories about
how talk to Chanel.
They used a hanger.
A hanger. Yeah.
Huh?
They used a hanger.
Yeah, a hanger.
That's how abortions were done back in the days. That's why there's clinics in white neighborhoods and they wasn't in the black neighborhoods. Now, what if the female still was doing abortions that way? Would it still been 10 times for you and going through all of that?
If I knew that,
and you wasn't going to a clinic, you was going to grandma's house.
Well, being that I know what they do now, in my younger mindset that I had, I'd have said, "Do you, girl?" And that's real. And here's why I would have said that, because I've read horror stories. Like, prime example, this lady out of Dayton back in 2009 had a baby. She took her 3-week-old baby, put the baby in the microwave, and turned the microwave on because she got into an argument with her baby daddy. People will accept that, but have a problem with abortion. Why even bring that child out? If you look at the history from 2000 to today, we've had over 50 school and church shootings. We've had over 1,000 people die by the hands of the cops unlawfully. We've had people be gunned down, stabbed, raped, killed, murdered, no prosecution at all. When you think about this world that we live in, if you are a person who is not ready to ride that way for your child in this world, make that conscious decision ahead of time and say, you know what? I'm not going to bring you into this world, because you know what? This world is heavy. And we all know men, women right now who let them children, they just drop them on somebody else and just, you practically let them defend for themselves. Is that criminal to just walk out on what's yours? I can't not look a child in their face and be like, I ain't got it. To me, that's criminal. To just look a child in the face like, I ain't doing it. F you.
But there is other options.
There's people who don't fool with the child just because they don't fool with who they made it with.
There's other options, though, because there's people out here that can't have kids.
That's true.
There's people out here that they can't have kids. And what you're saying is true. That is criminal. I can't speak what was going on through that lady's mind to put that baby in the microwave. I can't. But my thing is, there is people out there that can't have kids that will take them kids and do right by them kids. True. But there's people that do wrong by them kids.
Some
like
of them kids become bitter.
They do.
Because I have, and this is a fun fact, I have an older sister named LaToya Avery, who I've never met, but I spoke to her on two or three different occasions. That was my mom's first child. My mom could not handle parenting at that young age.
Right.
And because of some of the things that were going on in her life, she thought it would be best to give that child up for abortion not abortion, but for adoption.
Right.
So that child can still make it and have a good, prosperous life. That was a good idea until the child came up with the idea to say, why was I not good enough to be in the family? Why do I have to suffer over here because you didn't want to be a parent? So then when I reached out to her when our mom passed away, her exact words to me was, sorry for your loss, but my mom is sitting right here. I know that's my birth mom, but if I wasn't good enough to be in the family, keep me out that loop. And I felt where she was going. I didn't argue with her. I felt where she was coming from because I feel like everybody has the right to know where they come from. Mm-hmm. And she was robbed of that from jump. Mm-hmm. She was traded off like cattle from jump. And I look at like adoption kind of like, because people always say that there's people that can't have babies. Well, once again, what do we know? This world ain't rainbows and sunshine. All right. Everybody is dealt a hand that they are given. All right. Fun fact. Before I was 18, I couldn't even get nobody pregnant. I had a low sperm count. Not because of just whatever reason. Doctors just said you got a low sperm count. One day, we just clicked on. Something late and just clicked on. Next thing I know, I was firing on all cylinders. But once again, this is the world that is dealt to you. There are things that we do not like. People who get cancer, we can't control them things. Some of these things, like diabetes, runs in my mom's side of the family. So from what I've been told, I'm gonna get it. You cannot help. I can't have sympathy for a person who can't have kids when I'm dealing with my own problems.
Here's my
especially when I just heard a story the other day where people are now buying kids. You can now make a kid in the laboratory and do whatever you want. You can choose the eye color, you can choose the hair color.
I seen that.
You can do everything now. Now you can make a baby from jump.
Here's my thing. I do when molestation come in. When you molested and she have to carry that person's child, that's a whole nother topic and that's a whole nother situation. Because I feel different about that. Like, motherfucker, you kill this motherfucker who did that. You feel what I'm saying? Because that was wrong from the get-go. But when you decide to lay with someone and have a relationship with someone, it is a responsibility that comes with that. And you know, the first part of that responsibility is you can end up having a child.
Yep. You know, back in 1980.
So real quick.
Go ahead.
Go to Connie Hall.
Huh?
Go to Connie Hall.
What Connie say?
She said, I can't even listen to this one because this is one that upsets me because we have people who want kids and cannot have them. And you're just out here having sex and just aborting them as it's nothing.
I mean, listen, there's people who want money and don't got it. Should I feel bad for the people who ain't got the money? There's people out here who want to be rich but don't know how to do it. Should I feel that? There's people out here who want our platform. Should I feel bad for the people who don't want our platform? There's people out here who are dying for twins. Should I be upset because they don't have twins? Once again, the world, everybody's dealt a different hand. And you even proved my point even more. 1980, scientists discovered that women sometimes when they have babies go through a depression in their brain.
They do.
They still do. They go through it more now.
And this woman,
it's called postpartum depression.
Yeah.
Now it's bad.
And this woman,
bad.
This woman by the name of Andrea Yates in 2001, she's the wife of a pastor. Of course, they believe that abortion is out the question. So he forces her, you're going to make my babies, girl. This is what we do. Not knowing that every time they make a baby, it's beating her down. So what did she do? She took each kid into the bathroom one by one, all 6 of them, and drowned each kid to save them from this world. Because the voice in her head said, I can't deal with this. People will accept that reading on the news. But then when abortion pops off, it's,
who accepted that?
But what I'm saying is, how can
who accepted
What
that?
I'm saying, though, is people want you to bring these kids into the world. But then you hear all these horror stories and it's like, oh my God.
I'm with you there are horror stories. But it could go either way. There's people that's been molested and still chose to have the baby.
Yep.
And the baby is fine. Grows up to be an entrepreneur.
Yep.
You know, so like you said, it goes on the life that you're dealt.
Yep. Everybody's dealt a different hand. Everybody's dealt a different hand. And
the phone lines is open. Go ahead and call in, man. 44507-6895. You got something to say and you feel some type of way. Call in 44507-6895. It's going across the screen.
But you know what though? And I was reading.
So once again, if you feel some type of way, you want to chime in on this, you're more than welcome to call right now. The phone lines is open.
I was reading a story. Do y'all remember the story about the guy? I think they called him the clown. He ended up being a serial killer and burying like 29 bodies up under his house. After the interview, after he was caught and everything like that, and he was ultimately put on death row, they interviewed his mom. And they asked his mom, what do you think about what your son has done? And the first thing I heard mouth was, I start to wonder if I should have got the abortion. Because a study has shown that a lot of kids who grow up to be adults and do bad things like shoot up churches, molest, schools, these things like that, who do these bad things come from households that are broken the hell up. Whether the mom was alcoholic, the dad was an alcoholic, the dad was not there, the parents going through this, the mom was going through that, the dad is going through this.
So instead of trying to solve those issues, the answer is abortion. Is that what you're saying?
The answer is not abortion, but what I'm saying.
That's why I'm about to get that. I'm happy you said that, Shanetta, because
what I was about to say was everybody don't think in the mindset like they have the answers.
But who knows that stuff's gonna happen? Nobody knows that's gonna happen. Exactly.
From my past experiences, when I was just clueless.
Kelly, you're right, Kelly.
Back when I
was get to your comment, Kelly.
When I was clueless. Because I was a sheltered kid coming up. I didn't know nothing. I was raised in the church where you just didn't even speak of them things, out of sight, out of mind. To keep us away from it, let's just not even talk about it.
Life back then was
that's kind of how it was.
That's how it was.
Even though that was a good lifestyle,
no, it wasn't.
It ruined me as I got older because then I started finding out things I ain't never heard of. So nothing was here to save me from things because I'm walking into traps left and right because I'm looking like I ain't never heard of that.
Because there's a lot of stuff that people didn't tell me back in the day. Hell, there's things my mom should have told me back in the day and didn't. But that was the rules of the black household.
That was the rule.
You don't say what goes on behind these doors. You don't do as I do. You do as I say. You don't ask. You don't get told. But when you got older, life start changing.
Life changes.
Like now, I'm glad I am who I am. I'm glad I ain't happy a lot of the stuff that I went through, but all at the same time, I'm happy because I was able to not continue that. My kids know everything about me, good, bad, or indifferent. If Swig was to come and tell them, your mom, yada, 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 they 9 times gonna be like, I know.
Real quick. Hey, like I said, the phone line is open, man. Go ahead and call in, man. Rockers, we talking about this thing called abortions, man. It's a heavy topic. Also, man, like I said, you tune in to one and only A9 Radio. I am the one, DJ Swig, man. My man, Mr.937, right here in front of me, along my homegirl Shanetta. So listen, man, it's crazy, but what you just said, we just talked about that. And I just told Candace, and I said, here's the deal. Hold on, man. Hold on. Here we go. Hey, yo, what's up? You on the phone lines with us?
Hey, Swig. How are you, dear?
How you doing? Who's this?
This is Medusa, Alex's mom.
How you doing, Miss Lady? Thank you for calling the A9 Radio. Talk to us.
I have a really big problem. My thing is I'm a pediatric psych nurse.
Okay.
And I'm going to probably be dealing with more issues with this as these young girls don't have anybody to turn to. And they start self-harming, the grades drops, or they just decide to commit suicide altogether. But I'm really tripping off the fact that it's even a discussion when the truth of the matter is that we've already been here. It used to be you had to hide your birth control, you had to hide your condoms, because if you were in possession of those things, you was some type of hell of a whore. Mm-hmm. But we've already moved past it. If you're going to buy condoms, if you're going to buy birth control, it don't mean you one way or another. You just want to be prepared. Now, abortions, we need to understand the fact that we're going to have to prepare ourselves for young women getting pregnant earlier and without the proper, support, or the little boys. I mean, we're already there. So I don't understand why everybody wants to stick their head in the sand and act like it's not a problem until it's on your doorstep.
Right.
That's the point.
Thank you, Ms. Lady.
It's not. Everybody has to prepare. This something like we're acting like it's just right in our face all of a sudden. Whether it was the 90s, the only reason there's not so many babies now is the one night because we got stopped in the middle of the height of our sexuality because here comes AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
So, that scared us. Everybody kind of chilled out for a minute. Mm-hmm. But now it's just somehow being like hidden. Like y'all don't know what's coming. Girls' prom pictures look like they going to the strip club. I mean, it's coming. I always deal with the repercussions of it, and I just kind of feel like I had to call in and just say that. You got to be proactive in it.
And
and religion don't need to play into it.
No,
a child is born. Can you care for it or not? Period.
I don't think it's a religion.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you calling in. We go to the phone lines, and once again, I thank you. I rock with you heavy. I appreciate your family and everything y'all do. Keep on listening to us and share this live. Once again, Miss Lady, I always rock with you. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm with her on that. I don't think it's a religion thing, only because, once again, Catholics believe that any form of birth control is wrong.
I don't think it's a religion thing.
No, Catholics
but Kelly,
that.
Kelly,
any form of birth
Kelly said because the lies was accepted, and I want to know what she mean by that. Kelly, let us know what you mean by that, because you've been saying some good stuff. So I really want you to call in.
And what's so crazy is because I'm a parent now, and I love my son. My son is like my wallet. My son with me. But it's more comfortable to be a parent now because I know I'm ready to be a parent. And I know when we made the decision to have him, we were both ready. We made that decision together. And now I'm telling my son, listen, I know, wrap this thing up. I got a 17-year-old. I got a sister that's about to be 16 years. I mean, she's about to be 17. She's 16 now. Girl, condoms. She told me she does not want to be on birth control. So I respected her wishes. I said, well, you're going to keep something on you. You ain't about to just be walking around here a ticking time bomb. Mm. So here's some condoms or something. And once again, yes, it's uncomfortable to give your child these things. But at the same time, you cannot watch them 24/7. We all remember when we were 16, 17, we had to get out that house. And it seems like it's a little more together now because everybody's so paranoid of what happens when people leave crib. We used to get out on our bikes and be gone all day.
Yeah.
No cell phone. You know what I'm saying? And we was making it home on time.
Before the street lights
now, and this is no BS on but my son has only rode a bike one time in his life because that's how much he ain't going out the house without me.
Dang. So hold on. He can't leave. You know what's going to happen? This was going to happen. And the same thing you just said.
No, I'm not saying he can't ride a bike.
No, you just said. You said you was sheltered so much, you was kept from stuff.
Yeah.
When you enter the real world, you was like, damn. So do you not think you're doing that to him? You said he can't come on the other side. Go out.
No, I didn't.
Are you keeping him from?
What I'm saying is the reason why my son he knows how to ride a bike now, but at the start he didn't because my son's the only child. When I was coming up, I had brothers, I had cousins always around. How we was always babysitted by somebody. We in packs riding around on these bikes. It's just my son. My son ain't going. He's like, I'll be back on my bike. Huh. With who? He like, no, but just me. I bet you don't.
Why?
He ain't going nowhere.
I'm my mama's only child, and I was all over Berkeley,
but that was
California.
back in the light of day, though. Our parents was like, getting curled up in the kitchen. Hey, get out. My mom used to say to me all the time, boy, go outside. Leave me alone.
No, my mom didn't do that. What happened was my grandma gave me bus fare and told me, get on that bus, get on board, and go learn your way. Here's a pocket full of dimes. Hit that payphone if you get lost or something. They taught me. I was the only child, a girl. I had to get out there and learn.
I remember one time when I was 15 years old, me and my friends were so bored, we went and stood by the highway just to see if somebody picked us up.
Hey, listen, listen. It go back to what Shanetta said. I'm gonna get back on this. You said back in the days you were supposed to you was told to leave, get out the house, don't discuss what's in the household, don't. And I actually said that to Candace. I said, we grow up talking about I was raised for a woman not to do this. I was raised for a man not to do this. I was raised by. Do that say you was raised right? Because that could be, like I said, that could be saying actually, your mom just no. They didn't get to say your mom. No, because you can no. They because you
it wasn't like you were sitting out there with a pistol.
But you can say your mom just did that so she can do her damn thing. Exactly. If your mom was ripping around in the streets and all that stuff, and she just had you do this and do this, that could have been her way to have been like, hey, go do this so I can do this. But when you grow up, you're like, I was raised this way, so this is how it should be.
No, that's because you really way to me was right. I was raised in a house where if grown folks was talking, you ain't supposed to be in the room. So there was times where my mom would say, you know what? Now I think about it. It's hot. It's a nice day. Why are you in the house? Why don't you go be with your friends or something? Why don't you go ride? We in here talking. You being nosy. My mom knew how I was. I'm telling the business regardless.
Get your ass out.
Hey, hold on. So beginning of the show, you said, your words. You said you agreed with abortion
all day.
You was with and all that stuff. But then you said what you have found out. Now you might be changing your mind.
Right.
You said what made you say that?
Because. In 2009.
Okay, before you do that, make sure you go to A9radio937.com, www.A9radio937.com. The phone line is still open. I'm about to put it up there, the website. Make sure you go get the app. Once again, you just now tuning in. We're talking about abortions, and Mr.937 agreed with it, so we just had our differences. He's over here in front of me on my far right. Chanel's on my left. I am DJ Swig. What would you say, Mr.937?
In 2009, a young man came up with a theory that he thinks the government is trying to control how we, as just people, populate the United States of America. Of course, every time somebody gets in trouble, whether the crime be, there is a database that keeps track of these things, because everything that the government does is all based off of a statistical number. Where did that person come from? How was that person raised? What's going on in that person's mind? Was this person born with this genetically? Whatever the case may be. The government says, well, what do we know? Some people were born with this. Some people are born with that. Some people come from a lifeline of cancer. Some people come from a lifeline of AIDS. Some people come from a lifeline of diabetes. Some people come from a lifeline of high blood pressure, high cholesterol. There were people in the government who said, what if there was a way to eliminate those people who come from those lifelines? What if there was a way to eliminate people who come from a lifeline of cancer, who come from a lifeline of brain disease, lung disease, cancer, them type of things like that, to the where we could have a clean world of healthy individuals reproducing healthier kids. And after I got to thinking about it, I was like, damn, because everybody who I know comes from a family member who's had diabetes. My mom's side of the family my mom's had breast cancer. Her grandma had cancer. My grandpa has diabetes, high blood pressure. My dad has high cholesterol. He has a kidney disease. Black people, we take in things. We all come from a long line of things in our lifeline. It would seem like a smart government trick to say, hey, you know what? How about we do it to where we stop them from reproducing all together and let them kill each other off, and then we'll be healthier. And I got to think to myself, that seemed like a controlling way.
Oh, so hold on. So you agree with that one, but you didn't agree with this right here. What I just told you, the Negro Project that
no,
they had before.
I did agree with that. I agree with that.
That's how they start doing Planned Parenthood, and to control the population of the blacks was to kill and have abortions for the babies before the blacks did it. And it's right here. This is facts. I'm not.
I didn't say I didn't agree with that, but what I'm saying is, you said that's how it started, right?
Yeah. So you.
All right. So you said that's how it started. Is that what it is now, though?
They still doing it.
Everybody's doing it now, though. Like, take prohibition. They said we don't want people drinking because people are causing more crimes on it. Look at alcohol now. It's legal and it's a fun thing. So what was it and what is it now?
But hold on. But that's not, listen. I said, and hold on, I'm going to actually tell you when they actually did it. Call this reading. 1939. 1939. That's when they did it. Started it. 2019.
So was this a thing exclusive for black people?
Yes.
Was it exclusive for black people now?
Yeah. No.
Because you do know that studies have shown that it ain't even really all blacks that's getting abortions.
Of course it isn't.
41% of people who get abortions is white people. 28% of people who get abortions is Mexicans and Chinese, and it's only like 21% of people who have abortions are black. There ain't a whole lot of us doing it because we are all raised in the church. And they figured that out. A lot of black people raised in the church. You're already raised from jump. Like that's not so. That actually hurts the government because we're already trained in the mindset.
A letter from Slager, the Martin Slager, the one who started the Negro Project,
right?
1939, and she said, "We do not want the word to get out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and through the ministers, they can strongly push this ideal." So they used the church, the ministers in the church, to push the ideal of abortions back then.
But the churches don't push abortion now; they push to not have it.
I understand. I said they use the churches to push that.
Oh yeah.
So what the hell you talking about?
Well, because to me, I hate, and this is just my biggest hate. I hate when people make it a religious thing.
No, we never said it was a religious thing.
No, I'm not that. I'm saying
it's not a religious. We're not. This is just in general.
See what you're talking about with that, because that is true. I did read that today.
Because anything with that is, if you give it to a black church and the pastor say it, this is facts that the congregation gonna listen to it.
Right.
If the pastor say, "Hey, tomorrow I need X, Y, and Z money. I need this. The congregation gonna make sure they got it. Hey. I about to cuss and say hell. I caught myself. Hey, Mount Zion been over here for ages with 10 people.
And still going.
And the congregation still make sure that church stay put up.
7-Day Adventist.
And that church stay moving.
They got about 20 people.
So if the pastor say it, they're gonna make it happen. So,
but what I mean is, people say, well, it's in the Bible, you shouldn't do it. And then that takes me to a whole, well, why do you pick and choose what rules in the Bible you want to follow?
Kelly said everybody is doing it because they keep telling us the story. So we bought into it.
I have to do today about it. He said he is not for abortion. I said, okay. I said, are you for the death penalty? He said, I am for the death penalty. I said, why? I said, you just said that killing a child is killing a human, a living person.
Correct.
What is the difference between that and the death penalty?
Nothing.
He said, because that means the person did something wrong. I said, hold up. Don't matter. That's a human being.
Yeah. Correct.
You can't be for the death penalty,
correct,
but then be against abortion.
Correct.
And his main argument was, I'm not killing no child. I said, that ain't got nothing to do with it, because you killing a fetus. You technically ain't killing a child yet.
Right.
And let's be clear, fetuses don't have laws that restrict them yet. But I see it coming. People are really trying to put laws as, yes, because you're in the womb, you got laws. You have rights. And that's why you see Alabama. And that's where it came to me. Alabama had a party of men making decisions for women. And that's where my argument then came in. Like, bro, you can't carry no child. So how can you then tell her what she can and cannot do with her baby? I ain't never in my life to this day, I'm pretty sure men say, but I ain't never in my life heard a man say, that's my baby. I hear women say that on the regular.
Why you never heard men say it?
Because men around me just too tough. Maybe they just don't say it like that. It's like, they like, my son. But women are like, that's my baby. I'm like, he's 40 years old. That's my baby.
That's
a fact. Men like, that's my son over there. Women like, that's my baby.
So because the man says that's my son, it don't mean say that's my baby.
But what I'm saying is, do you hear the intensity that goes? The child comes from us first.
Hold on.
Grow a tree without a seed.
Hold on. But just because you said that and then say that's my son, that's just the testosterone of a man, the hardness of a man. So we still saying the same thing. We just don't say it as a woman. A woman's they're feminine. They're gonna say that's my baby. But as a man, that's my son. That means they're still saying, hey, that's mine.
So,
you feel?
You say that's your baby for your daughter, or what you say?
Oh, my daughter. That's my daughter. That's my baby girl.
Yeah, but do you know what his wife is? That's my baby over there.
That's my baby girl.
That's my baby over there.
That's my baby girl. But as our sons, a man teaches sons to be tough. I'm not saying they teach us to be tough. So we don't be like, that's my baby, because we like, you're not a baby.
Yeah.
Right. Act like a little baby.
Yeah, that's what we say.
My son, even my son right now, he started doing that little pout and all that stuff. I bet, hey, little baby.
But he also knows my dad. I'm my dad's youngest. No matter where my dad go, that's my baby right there, boy. He doing a good thing, man. I was like, that's 32 years old. We be in the grocery store. He stood up. That's my view.
So hold on. He just said that. He don't hear a man say it.
My dad.
Hold on.
My dad's one of
his dad says it. His dad says it, and he don't like it.
I do not like when my dad says it.
So why? So you feel what I'm saying? So,
I don't like when my dad says it when I'm like right there. If you say it, I'm not there. That's different.
So that's what we say.
But you saying how special it is for a mom to say it, and then
your dad said you disagree with it.
But I'm saying it's the intensity that said with it. Most men that I know not showing. Yes, my son.
And your dad is showing intensity that he loves you like that.
But I feel like
real quick, read what Kelly just said.
Kelly just said. She said, Barack said if a baby survives an abortion, it would be an inconvenience to call the doctor to save them on the Illinois Senate floor.
I have different views about Barack, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Don't leave it.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Don't leave it. Speak on it,
because
you would not let us leave it there.
I'm leave it at that. But I do want y'all to know this.
Oh snap!
They pick who's gonna be in office.
Facts.
There's no say so. So at one point, everybody's in cahoots with each other. Just like, for instance, Hillary was running against him, and she couldn't stand the motherfucker. After that, she started working with him. You feel what I'm saying? If you read the Barack print, that chip was in his package. You feel what I'm saying? So what other way to get all the black people to say in one core, get a black man? I'm not saying Barack is a bad person. I'm not saying Barack Obama didn't do good. I'm not saying, so I don't want nobody going there like, well, Swig said, I didn't say that. But I also said, hey, in the line of things, his ass was a part of what they had going on too. And I'll leave it at that. And anybody else want to go on with it, they want to welcome to inbox me. And we can really get at it because I got facts. And we are the station of facts. So...
You know, and I only reason why I agree with that is because what do we know?
And you're right, Kelly. And Kelly's right. Go ahead.
What do we know about history? What was our president? Coolidge? McKenzie? McKenzie was brought into office, and then when he ran again, rich people paid to keep him there. So if that is what was started, what makes people think that still ain't going on now?
Because listen at this: if we had that much power, and he didn't, and he had the chance to do what he do, your boy wouldn't be in office right now. He'd already been impeached.
No, Trump would have been in office though. I believe that.
He would have been impeached.
He would have been impeached.
Right? He wouldn't.
No, hell no.
That's what he doing right now. You think he would have already been out there?
Man, listen, bro. You know, I honestly believe that Trump is everything that the United States of America is right now.
Of course.
And I believe that, because I'm not even going to lie to you, when Trump first came out and started running, you know, he wasn't talking that hate stuff. He was just talking like, kind of like how, like a thug, like, I'm going to get this bitch back, this. And he grabbed a lot of people's attention out the gate. It wasn't until he got halfway in, because remember, a lot of people forget, a lot of people were telling him closer to the election, man, you need to go ahead and drop out because your polls is falling. That's why when he beat Hillary by the landslide that he did, people were just blown away by this. Like, man, we were under the impression that you was about to lose.
So now you think he's going to win again?
Do I think he's going to win again?
That's
The unfortunate answer is I think he will win again. Because I honestly believe, and once again, I talk to people about this. I see it on a daily basis. I even know some blacks who are like, I roll with Trump.
Yeah, there's some.
Because a lot of people who I've talked to think that the Democrats have a slave mindset. And that's try to pick people up and come as a group and, you know, we shall overcome. They think Democrats is on that mindset. Yeah. And they think Republicans are like, let's work, let's get this money and keep, you know, if you got money, we keep you with the money. I agree. You keep rich. And a lot of people, after a while, when you say it out loud like that, like, damn, like, why do I gotta be broke because they broke? Why I gotta live because, and a lot of people think like that. So, in fact, I work in a factory that's for Trump. So even they like, shit, look, we trying to keep our dough up in here, bro. So don't be coming up in here with all that. You know what I'm saying? If you even mention $1, listen, the prices went up on the vending machines one time, but they about to riot up in that thing. That's how I know they money hungry. man, look, and then it even stopped me in my tracks one day. Like, damn, if I hit the lottery tomorrow, my first goal is to stay rich. I ain't trying to be broke again.
Right.
So I was like, damn, I just fell into a Republican mindset right there.
So you pro-Trump?
I agree with it. And also,
anybody who was against people of color, I don't fool with.
You pro-Republican.
Also, they push on the food stamps and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, get a job and get to working, man.
Get a job and get to working, dog.
They push on that. Where you keep food stamps. Y'all just keep us in the system.
Because me,
y'all
at the time when my son was born, me and my girl at the time, we were denied housing because we making too much money.
I was denied.
We wasn't poor enough.
A single mom.
Like they flat out told us, like, listen, you work, she work, y'all ain't gonna get over here. Y'all ain't poor enough. And my brain was like, that's ass backwards, them.
Shoot, my baby couldn't even go to
you know what I'm saying? Like
childcare.
I know people right now.
That's crazy.
I know people right now living that good life and make nothing. And it makes people who do work go like, hold up.
Kelly ain't playing today.
Kelly is on our road. Shout out to my girl Kelly
today.
Clark Kelly, man. We appreciate you, man, for tuning in. We appreciate you for rocking with
Why
us, man.
she didn't call in?
I know we told her to call in, man, but next time we want you to get you on there. We appreciate you, man. And also shout out to my man Chill Night, the whole movement. Once again, man, you're not tuned to the one and only. I am DJ Swig along my man,
Mr.937. Y'all know what it is. As a reminder, www.A9radio937.com, the app. Go to the Google Play Store and download the app. It is 100% completely free. And for you Apple users, bookmark the page. You can still get your grind on, get your roll on. Bookmark that page. Make sure you have it on there. Go to the Facebook fan page. Drop us a message on there. Let us know how we're doing. Okay? Keep us coming. Keep us in there. But I'm telling y'all, I feel like we number one at this point because who's our competitor? We number one, G.
Shout out to the ones who want tickets to the shows and stuff too. We appreciate y'all. And everybody else who rocking with us, man. But man, it was a crazy topic today, man. We appreciate everybody for logging in. We teach you. Oh, what's you to say? Read that. What's that?
Fans will take away our rights as when to make a choice and have another safe option. Safe option for rape victims or children victims of molestation when not being investigated for miscarriages.
Ooh. She just dropped me more buttery hotness.
She just dropped bars on this thing.
So, Mr. 937, after this conversation, I want to know: do you still agree with it?
Do I still agree with it? With people
abortion?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and I can't say you bugging out because that's your opinion.
No,
that's your opinion.
Well, that
is your opinion, sir.
I know that, right? But I got kids.
Sir, shut your mouth. That's your opinion.
Where the dad is just
I don't care, sir. That's your opinion.
No, I'm for it. But what I mean is, I'm raising children right now.
I just said you want it, and it's cool.
I'm on it.
Okay, so let's leave it at that.
I'm on the wagon.
Why you got to keep on adding extra to it? You with it?
Because you want to get off show. That's my opinion, brother. So I'm going to give you your whole opinion. You can't just say yes or no, and then I'm about to disintegrate. We all know some homies that's raising somebody else's kids right now. Let's not act like we ain't.
You correct.
You know what I'm saying? So
everybody raising somebody
but the kid was fortunate enough to have somebody in their life to take over.
He is,
and the kid is fortunate enough to still have a good life. Is the baby she's still having a good life?
But should that
is she having a good life?
Hey, listen, if we
is she having a good life?
My baby having a good life. Yeah, Danielle been with us since she was what?
Hey, listen,
6 months.
Is they having
still with us? Having a good life.
Good life. So that baby is still here to have a good life. That means somebody took that baby in
Alabama. You can be punished up to 10 years for having an abortion. Well, if that is the case, start putting these dudes in jail who say bye. Start putting these women in jail who say bye.
I'm not saying that's. I don't say
let's
that's
go ahead. Let's take it to the next level.
So let's take it to the next level.
Because I'm telling you, when I see a dude or a woman who don't, I'll be infuriated, and it's in my face.
And the ones who gives them, who takes the women up there to get an abortion, who drives them up there, and after you get done giving it to them, you cut them up and feed them.
But that's out of sight, out of mind. We're talking about
you come up and feed them.
See a hungry kid in your face.
You should.
Out of sight, out of mind.
That's out of sight, out of mind.
It's not out of sight, out of mind. Not if you know about it.
If you know about it, but it ain't in your face.
It's been in your face 10 times. You said 10.
10 times.
It's been in my
5 plus 5.
And once again, I'm building
2 hands.
Because I sat there just like this every time.
8 plus 2.
10.
This how I sat there every time.
7 plus 3.
So don't have to act like I was.
5 plus 5?
Yeah, every time. In fact, they give you free coffee.
Hey, tell me this.
6 plus 4?
If you had to go on the other side of that room, would you have been in there up there 10 times?
Because of my character.
1 plus 9?
Answer the question.
Answer the question, bro.
It's like for it or against it. If you had to go on the other side of that door, would it have still been 10
Mr. 1
times?
plus 9?
100%. Because my love for that woman. I was like, I'm going to be, and I told him, I'm going to be right there by you through this whole process.
Not through with her. I'm talking about with you.
Like if it was me?
Yeah, if it was you.
So like I'm a woman?
Don't act like I didn't make it plain and clear. I
No,
didn't
I know you were saying
if
like,
you was on the other side of the
I
door,
know you were saying like
if you was
a woman,
getting a procedure, if you had to get the hanger, would you do it 10 times?
If I'm not ready.
So you saying yeah?
If I'm not ready, I got to make it do what it do. But you ask me if I'm a woman. I can't really answer that question because I ain't no woman.
Well, before the show started, you told me that you and I was in the same agreement.
Sure
There's
did.
no way
We
you and I
agreement.
could have been in the
We all
same
in the same
agreement.
agreement because I would still be right in that room.
Mr. 7 plus 3?
You want me to tell you why? Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why we could never be on the same. Because I done been up the road for myself. Just like you said, you can't speak on the other side of that door. I've been on the other side of that door.
Right.
You feel me?
But I've been.
So there's no way
I'm
that you
saying,
can be on the same page as me.
I'm saying.
So you had a boy?
I've been on the other side of the door.
Well, what I'm saying, well, you didn't ask me about experience. You said, "Are we in agreement on the same thing?"
No,
don't
Mr.
try to
97.
clean up my question. You just was supposed to give an answer.
Yes.
I asked you a question.
What'd you ask me?
If you had to be on the other side of, if you went on the road, if there was a seed planted in you,
right,
and you had to go up the road,
you didn't answer that question. You said, "Are we on the same page about this?" That's what you asked me when I got. You said, "So are we on the same page?" Because clearly you couldn't have been asking people on the same side. Because clearly I'm a man and you're a woman, and you know that.
You said,
but when we came in here before we hit the radio, you said that you and I, Shawnetta, was on the same.
Sure did.
We agreed, and I told you then. I didn't say why. I didn't say why, but I said there's no way that me and you could be on the same.
Let's get Shawnetta around the park. Shawnetta, guess what you get today, Shawnetta?
If you didn't give me a reason why, how would I know that?
I didn't have to. I asked you a question.
We still on the same page because
we wasn't.
We're not on the same page.
No, we wasn't.
For the obvious
reason.
Just
like you can't even answer the question. You still have yet answered the question.
What question?
That I done asked you 5, half of those 10 times you went up the road.
Yes.
If you had to go on the other side of the door, would you still went up that road 10 times?
100% yes. Because I don't believe in not raising no child.
That's all the question was.
Yep.
10 times. You did a merry-go-round.
And I've even took 5 people who didn't have nothing to do with me. I would have been on the side of the with them.
I ain't talking about with them. I'm talking about you.
They said, say that Shawnetta Scarborough. Hold on. Her name is the one and only Shawnetta. We do not give last names in A9 radio.
You go large Marge, baby. You can say that name, baby.
No, I'm talking about different people who come and just say, hey, I can't find a ride. Will you take me? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
Go ahead.
I am not
explain.
going to be a part of nothing that you listen, you slept with the man. I'm not gonna be a part of that shit. If you want to do that stuff, that's on you. You and his ass go out there and do that stuff because it's rude from the get-go. I'm not gonna go out there and take you up there for another man, leaving you and another man. You should have laid with, and guess what? Y'all do it. You keep on doing. They keep on going back to the same and doing it all over again now because it becomes the norm. We just
only thing I can say is good thing you going with them.
Hey, listen,
because there's a lot of females that tell you they going just to get that money, and they ain't even got no seat.
And I would agree with you on that one because you said it's, I ain't about to. That's you and the man's job. Y'all should have figured it out. But how is that different from then stepping in and doing his job as the father?
Huh?
You already doing his job for him. You raising his kids.
Okay.
What's the difference? You said I'm not going to be a part of that
because you going to shut the life down. There is a difference.
Oh, in that sense, yes. But he said I'm not about to be a part of that.
You're right, and I'm not. But once the child's here, and like you said, the life is here.
The child is here, yes.
The life is here.
Business.
That's what he's saying. He's willing to do that, but he said he's not willing to go.
I'm not going to watch you kill him.
Don't get me wrong.
I will accept. Listen, I will accept that. I will accept that child being born, and I would take that child and let that hope and try to nurse that child to grow up and have a successful life and into college and be something that it can be that they never thought it was gonna be. Besides me sitting in that room, taking up that role for him me to kill you. Now I'm just as guilty as you killing that baby just as much as you, and I had nothing to do with the damn situation.
Well, according to the Census Bureau,
we don't give a damn about your Census Bureau because your census ain't working. Damn it!
I said the Census Bureau.
Your census ain't working. Your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth.
Your mindset is a 5% mindset.
Yeah, you figure. Hold on, sir.
That's a 5% mindset.
Hold on, sir.
No, I'm not talking about you.
I don't swig. I have 100. I have an 80.
He calls you a 5%er.
Yeah, you did call me a 5%.
What I'm saying is that people who think like him.
No, who's him? My name is Swig.
5% of men who think like that.
No, my name is Swig.
Once again, he called you a 5%er.
DJ Swig, him and a
homie,
very 5% people
don't be
believe. Yes.
Don't be saying my name. You doing it. You're not taking care of somebody's kid right now?
I'm taking care of my godkids.
But you got to take. Why you taking care of them?
Because I made the vow and the vow to do that.
Because their dad's not doing their job either, right?
No, she asked me. She said, "I want you to be the goddad."
No, but is their dad in their life doing their job? So you doing exactly what I just said.
And I'm part of that 5% now, ain't I? I ain't saying I wasn't part of that 5%.
Man, you are.
The Census Bureau said, and I Googled this. They said they asked 1,000 people, "Would you take care of somebody else's kid?" Only 5% said, "Yep."
So when I say you are a part of that 5%,
so be clear then.
That's what I said. I said you are a part of the 5%.
But you didn't say what the 5%.
No, you said, "Oh, you said 5%." That's what he said. I said you are a part of the 5% who think like that. He said, "Hold on, so you see, I take the hit man, put this with the 5. Hold on, I ain't no 5%, nigga. You know 5%. Hold on, nigga. I'm 135 million%.
I can't with these.
He jumped off the bridge on that one.
Hey, man, once again, man, thank y'all for tuning in, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all share this, man. Please share this and keep on giving y'all comments. Keep on going down. Hey, share it and ask somebody what they think about it.
My followers might drop off of this.
Hey,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
He made everybody drop last week. Now you talking about you worried about him this week?
My followers might drop after this one.
Hey, man, Mr.937 is a good guy, man. Hey,
that's why he was not letting you cut that show with.
Hey.
I don't believe.
No, because I'm not gonna lie. I really thought about like, damn, do I really want to put the number here? But then I thought I said, I'm Mr.937.
Hey, listen, man, Mr.937, he's a good guy, y'all. So don't hold Mr.937 accountable for his buffoonery. You know what I mean?
I wish they would.
Hey, you got your kid now.
Yep.
You take care of him very well.
Very well.
You learn from it.
Oh yeah.
Would you do it now?
Would I do it now?
Yeah.
Hell no. Well, I can't do it now. I'm snipped in the butt.
But if you wasn't, would you do it now?
No, I wouldn't do it now.
Would you go up for somebody else?
Would I go up for somebody else?
Yeah.
If they had the balls to call me for my support, I'm going to support them.
Oh, you just messed the whole day. I was trying to get you off the hook. Hey,
think about it.
when you see Mr.937, burn him.
No, it's not, because listen, how many times has your homie called you and said, "Hey, bro, I'm about to go beat his ass. Come with me." You be like, "Let's roll."
I give right applause for
I'm
that
about to go kill the homie. Let's go.
I give right applause for that.
Let me get my shoes on right now.
I give right applause for that one.
Right now. What's the difference? If you had the ball to call me for my support, I'm gonna take you seriously, and I'm be like, listen, if that's your decision, I'll be right there with you. Because that's already a hard enough thing anyway.
Okay, and you're a good guy. All right, so back to y'all, man. Don't crucify Mr.937 when you see him. Just call him a name, but don't call him too many names because I'm gonna get mad.
They be holding shit against me, though. They be like, "Hey, black ass nigga." They be holding stuff against me, though.
Mr.937, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me at Mr.
Hold on. Mr.937, how can they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me on Instagram, Snap, and Twitter, Facebook at Mr.937, comedian Mr.937. And you know what? Just for GP, because I know this conversation will probably tick some people off and they want to say it to my face. 937-242-2905.
Say it again.
937-242-2905.
That's the number, ladies and gentlemen. Shanetta, how can they get a hold of you?
Facebook, Instagram, Snap. Shoot, y'all know where I'm at. Hit me up.
Hey, listen, y'all know y'all can get a hold of me. A9radio.com. Go to the page. The whole 9. Hey, listen at this. We will play Chill Night, and Chill send us a mix, and we will get him all the way together, man. Once again, we shout to my man Chill Night. Hold on, man. Why ain't Chill Night on A9 Radio anyways? That's the question. We gonna get into that, Kelly. My man, we gotta get my man Chill Night on here, man. Shout out to my man Mr.937 and my girl Shanetta and Ebony. Where you at?
Ebony.
Where you at? Bring them out.
DJ Spirit, the one and only, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Once again, we are the voice, whether y'all like it or not. We are here to stay. Y'all thought we was gonna be gone last year, but we only getting better and better.
I don't think the fans know how hot it is.
And we keep on moving, man. It's smoking in this.
We do it for them.
Jeez,
You know what I'm saying? I'm sweating. That's what I'm trying to help you get over here, man. Much love to everybody, man. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay in tune, man. Much love to everybody. Hey, man, you're stupid, man. You. Because you're going to believe in that dumb stuff you be talking, man. You be talking bona fide crazy. You Google what? That stuff you Google came from experience, bro. So you Google Mr.937 with 10 abortions?
I mean, now that we off air.
No,